Yay! Aloha and welcome everyone. It's Kamaile with Wellness with Mana, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm here with my really good friend Richelle. Thank you for being here, honey. And we're actually in the studio of Belakai here on Oahu in Kailua. So we're kind of getting all of our hui together of health practitioners and heart practitioners, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm excited to share with all of you my relationship that I've been building with Richelle over the last, year now, and really kind of coming to understand about finances. And within our course of, 10x your health, 10x your wealth, I want you to get a great grasp of how it is so important to not only get a hold on your health so you can feel better, you can do more, you can do better, right? But also when we start to attain that wealth, what do we do about it? So I love Richelle's company motto with CalChoice Financial, which is basically they're disrupting the insurance world. So just like nutrigenomics is disrupting the health world and really talking directly to the cell, she's talking directly to your bottom line. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, Richelle, okay. And I'm super excited that you're here to share. So the people in this course have really invested into their time. They really want to feel better. They want to explore really getting at the root causes of some of the ailments. So again, we can think more clearly, we can feel better. But when that turns into, the steps that we've been providing for, gaining future wealth and really expanding our horizon, right, as to what is possible in regards to wealth, a lot of us are not taught in the school systems or even at home to actually manage our wealth. So I know that you've shared before kind of like a 3-bucket system, and I really want to hone in on what was most important to me, which was taking my monies now and not just thinking, woohoo, I got more money to spend, right? Which is a lot of times what we do. Mm-hmm. Or making frivolous choices even in our investment. So I wanted to share and have you maybe share through that 3-bucket system of how we can actually diversify our monies, play it safe, be smart in our investments, and because as you mentioned just a moment ago, we're all at different stages in our life, right? And so you also bring benefit to even having my child be very financially astute, and he's 5. So I'm going to let you speak on your expertise, and thank you again for being here. So yeah,
thanks for having me. I really love what you're doing with the 10x your health into 10x your wealth, because it really goes hand in hand. It does. When you're feeling better about yourself, then you can feel better about what you're going to be doing for your life.
Yes.
So I can tell a couple of stories about how I got to this point and what makes me think about what to do. So first I want to share is, the financial system is broken. Yeah. They are not teaching some of this stuff to us in school. Yeah. My son was telling me the other day, okay, I want to make $1 million and be a gaming streamer.
Wow.
And
I don't even know what
that
is.
I'm gonna quit school. Yeah, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna quit school. I said, oh, really? He's 13.
Oh, nice.
He's 13, he wants to quit school after he becomes $1 million gaming streamer. I said, well, I don't think you're gonna quit school, first off, right? But guess what? If you make $1 million, you're gonna pay taxes on that.
Yes.
And he was like, what? And I said, yeah. If you make $1 million, you'll pay about 50% of that in taxes. And he's like, what? That's not fair. Yeah. I said, exactly, right? And they're not teaching some of these things to the kids. Oh, wow, it'd be awesome to make $1 million, but you gotta pay taxes on that. And how is it then can we make our wealth?
Yes.
And of course, we still gotta pay our taxes somehow, but how can we do it in a way that's going to be beneficial for us and for the government? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is where I like to teach about a system that we call the 3 buckets. And so in the 3 buckets, it's how you save. So you have your lifestyle, you make your income, you gain your money, however, and multiple streams of income is really one of the best ways, especially with COVID. you know, with COVID happening, a lot of people, they had their business, and what happened was their business shut down. And so in those situations, if you didn't have a multiple stream of income, then it becomes really difficult to continue on. So first off, in wealth, it's really great when you can have multiple streams of income.
I want to say that I just read an article that said something like almost 90%, I think it was 86 to 90% of US citizens actually have a side hustle, you know, so it's really, really important to not only, you know, have that extra stream of income, but know how to leverage it. So,
right.
Yeah.
Leveraging, finding the one that resonates with you,
Yes.
finding the one that you're passionate about.
Yes.
Those are all things that help build your streams of income and your wealth.
I agree.
And then, okay, so then we move on to how do you invest, or how do you split that wealth up? Okay, so I think a lot of times people don't look at where can I put my money, because they're like, okay, I'm making money now, awesome, I can spend my money. We all want to spend our money.
Yes.
Right? And then what do we save, and how do we save our money? That's the next part of it.
Yes.
And so how we save our money really makes a difference in how it grows and where it grows and how much taxes we pay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the 3 buckets. So the first bucket is the taxable bucket. You make money, you put your money in this bucket, and all of that money grows. That's like your stocks, bonds, your mutual funds, your cash accounts, your CDs. Anybody know how much you get on for the CD?
I don't know, is it like
2%?
Not
2%?
much at all,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not much at all. Okay, but what you're growing in there, you get taxed on every year. Anything that is in that bucket is taxable, and you get a 1099 every year.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of people, we have our emergency fund money in there, we have our cash in there, we have, you know, we need to get to that money, that's where it's at. The second bucket is called the tax deferred bucket. And in that bucket is our 401k, our IRAs, our SEP plans, our TSP plans, any of the plans that are employer, mostly our employer savings plans.
Yep.
And so if your employer allows you to put money in, then you're deferring those taxes to a later date. So you put money in, you don't pay off of that money, and then that money grows, and after you retire and you want to take that money out, then you get taxed on that.
Yeah, and probably a much higher rate, right?
Do you see
You know, in the
anything on
future.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're putting a little seed money in.
Yeah, right.
Right? So you take a little bit from your earnings, you put that in, it grows, and then you pay taxes off of that.
Yeah.
Do we even know, are we gonna pay, how much taxes are we gonna pay?
I know, that seems scary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that bucket, there's a right amount to have. Okay, so I'm not saying there's definitely a right amount to have in that second bucket, or a tax deferred bucket, because we want to get the tax deferral. If we're making a lot of money, we want to have some taxes deferred.
Okay.
For now. And if we have the right amount in that bucket, then it can be a benefit to us.
Okay.
And then in the third bucket is what we call the tax-free bucket. So
we
this
like that.
is,
Yeah.
So the tax-free bucket is our Roth, you know, our Roth, okay, or our what we would call cash value life insurance policies, and we have several other things that can go into that bucket, like a private reserve account. And so this bucket, you paid the taxes already, money goes in, it grows, and in that bucket, then all of the distributions in that bucket can be tax-free.
Wow, that is interesting. And so that's what that you do. That's where you're disrupting the insurance.
So what we do is we're looking at the three buckets as a whole.
Yeah.
And we're using what we call merit planning. And merit planning is where we bring in our team of professionals in the mortgage, estate planning, real estate, retirement, insurance, and taxes.
Okay.
And we work together to plan with a person overall their financial picture. And so sometimes what happens is you go to a mortgage broker and they'll assist you with your mortgage, and that's it.
Okay.
And then sometimes you go to your tax planner.
Yeah.
And your tax planner will help you with your taxes.
Yeah.
But what we do is we bring it all together with our team so that we can look at each area of your finances.
Oh, smart.
And in doing that, then we can look at maximizing efficiency.
Yep.
And seeing where you can utilize your money best.
Yeah, well, that's so awesome. So even just listening to you, I get anxiety. Like I can feel it, rising because I obviously want to know and understand. And there was a lot of defeat when I first, came to you. And actually, probably it took me a while to even, have a conversation with Richelle because I thought, oh gosh, I'm old already. Like, what's the point of me saving? I may as well save for my son. And so that was our initial conversation. But it sounds like there is ways to actually kind of work the system so that you can be smart, educate yourself in a very simplistic way to understand a very, not necessarily conservative, because what you explained to me was actually, there was a lot of growth potential there.
Right.
Yeah. And I know that you educate us at all time that if our cash value is zero on our policy, we're really not utilizing that that money. So, but it feels very comfortable to have what I would consider a conservative way, because a lot of times we want to make money quick and maybe invest in this, and there's all this Robin Hood and all these other collaboration in regards to investing in the stock market, which I'm learning from my dad, which is amazing. However, I think what you're saying is even if you're going to go make money over there, you're still going to get taxed on it. It's smart to have this bucket over here. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really great to have portions in each bucket.
Yeah.
And calculating what each bucket is going to do for the other bucket. And so what happens is when you have too much money in one of the buckets, it could push your taxes higher.
Yeah.
And so that's the difference. You can be making a ton of money in one of your buckets, which is completely great.
Yeah.
If you're willing to pay those taxes.
Yeah.
So when you're willing to look at your overall picture, taxes plays a big part in wealth, because if you make, let's just use $1 million.
Yeah.
If you make $1 million, but you have to then pay taxes on that, then it's taking away what you've gained. But if you can balance your $1 million out into buckets, that will allow you then to be able to pay less in taxes, and you keep more of that money. Isn't that what we all would want?
Yes,
Right?
Most definitely.
Right.
Well, I really appreciate it because I think that growing this relationship with our money is truly what is going to move the needle when we're talking about 10xing our wealth. So, yay! Well, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate it. And Hillary, thank you for the beautiful studio. She's waving her hands back there. So, mahalo, everyone. I hope that you gained some insight to this. Richelle is definitely available and offers free consultations on the regular. I'll make sure to drop that down below in the comments. If you do have any questions in regards to a topic that we've brought up, or maybe just something that wasn't even addressed, please feel free to reach out to Richelle or drop it in the comments. This is a private and safe and secure Facebook group. So we're all learning and growing together. So mahalo for being here, and thank you for committing to your health and your wealth.